My name is Jack Stryker Schnorr. My first name came from my great great uncle or my grandma's uncle. My middle name comes from my grandma's maiden name, Stryker, and my last name is heavily German. I got my name because my parents liked the name Jack and I had ties to my family. My middle name was to play a little bit of a homage to my grandma's family. Originally, my parents wanted me to be named Cole, which is my dad's middle name. However, they eventually decided on Jack. My name is pretty simple, and I think it has led me to be a pretty normal, laid back person. I have a pretty original name, and I believe that would correlate kind of to my personality of being more laid back and open to new things. And um, other things that I have named are my car and my dog. My car is named the Mean Green Machine. I like this name because it has a good flow and is a little bit ironic and funny because my car is pretty generic, just a Subaru Forester. My dog's name is Donovan Arrow Schnorr. He just goes by Arrow. Donovan is a bit of a joke, but he's named after the basketball player Donovan Mitchell, who's my favorite player. The Arrow part, which is spelled Aero, comes from a childhood movie that my grandpa showed to me and my siblings called The Point. And the main character in this movie has a dog named Arrow. And the dog is a main character throughout the movie, and he has a song about him. And so it's just a little bit of memories towards my grandpa and stuff like that. So I believe after reading the article and listening to the podcast that I want to give my children more unique names. However, keep them easy to pronounce and say because it takes the hardness out of from a boss and a teacher and acquaintances instead of asking people how to pronounce their name, like how do you say that, and always having to ask that, they say, oh wow, your name is really unique and cool, like I like your name. I think that names do have power, and I think that without a name it's a lot easier to judge someone and be rude to someone, but when you can put a face to a name, I think it adds a lot of value because then you think more about what you're saying about that person. And I think that if you haven't met a person face to face, that you can make quick, snap judgments about that person, which can sometimes lead to people being hurt, feelings being hurt. But I think that when you know a name, it makes you stop and think more about what you're saying about that person. And I also do believe that your name can have influence on your future.